So let's just wait for a couple more people to join. We now have 11 people in the call. Once we get to 15 again, that's when I'll begin, because that's where when I began before. We are already recording, so people can still benefit, even if they're not in the call, prepared for the call. And that will be posted in the content section of the group chat later on, maybe an hour later after this call. Just give me a second to get uploaded onto YouTube. So what I do is I upload the calls that we do as an unlisted YouTube video. So what that means is you need the link for you to be able to view the video. So you can share it to your friends. If you do that, fine. I'm not gonna find out, but I mean, whatever, you can do that, great. Your friends can benefit without having to pay. I wouldn't mind that. I don't necessarily mind it. You can do that if you'd like. So basically, what I'll be doing is posting links in the content section, and then you will have access to that link. You can copy it and paste it anywhere you want. Paste it on some huge forum and it'll get thousands of views and I'll make money from monetization. So it's a win-win scenario. People benefit and I make money. So great. Um, but anyway, that's besides the point. Um, what was I saying? I was saying I'm going to be posting this on the content section. So if you guys will want to watch this later on, or you're zoned out now and you're not really listening and you want to listen later on, that will be posted in the content section for you to all benefit later on. So we now have 12 people in the group. Let's wait till we get to 14. Once we do that, I'll start. Just because I don't want people, saying that they wanted to join but they weren't able to join. And what do you call it? So give me a second to get up and running. Um, Give me a second, boys. Just wait for a couple more people to join. Couple more people now. We need one more person now to join and we'll be starting the call. Okay, we now have 14 people in the call. Okay, what was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about how I plan to change the structure of the Zoom, the group. So the people that aren't new to the group chat, you will all know that this last week I've really been lacking with the calls. I think I did one call this week or less. I think it might have been one or two calls, not the promised five calls, right? And I don't want to promise something and then not end up not giving what I promised, right? So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be promising a minimum of two calls a week, just because I know that some people um, want to be benefiting from every single call. So they want to be online every day, and I don't want people to be online every day and then feel frustrated because there wasn't a call every day. So I'm gonna be promising two calls a week. I guarantee, like as a guarantee. I will probably do maybe three calls one week, four calls one week, another week two calls. But the minimum, the baseline is two calls, right? So that's from now on. From Monday onwards, we're going to be doing two calls a week as a minimum. So from tomorrow, we're going to have a fresh week. So today's call won't count. So we'll do two calls from tomorrow till Sunday next week. There has to be a minimum of two calls in that time period. What I'll be doing is I'll be telling you one day before I do the call is when I'll be actually informing you of the call, and I will have a scheduled link. So I'll send the link one day before it's actually about to when like one day before the call is actually about to start, so that you can all join the call whenever you want. Maybe set reminders on your phones or whatever and join then. I will of course let everyone know when the call has actually started in the group chat, but I'll schedule it. So for example, say there's a call tomorrow, there won't be a call tomorrow, but let's just say there's a call tomorrow. What I'll do is I'll type it to the group chat. At everyone, we will be having a call tomorrow on Zoom at X time. Here is the Zoom link in advance. Make sure you all join. I can't wait to all see you. Then you all click on that Zoom link. It will set a reminder on your calendars, and then you can join later on. You'll be reminded once it's, I think, 10 minutes away from the call, and then we can all benefit. Right, so that's why I think is gonna be that's why I think it's gonna be better for everyone, because then I can stay organized and I can organize what I want to say in the call. Even though I'd say I'm half good at freestyling it, but it's better to to come prepared, with a set of things or a set of topics or a set of educational topics that each of that I'm going to be going through in each call. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. I'm going to be doing scheduled calls, um, where I go through certain topics, and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's from now on. So that's how I'm going to be going through the course. That's the first part of what I want to change about the group chat. The second thing that I want to change about the group chat is I want to be posting a minimum of 3 setups a week. I don't want to. I mean, what did I say? I think I said a minimum of 3 setups. I meant a minimum of 2 setups per week, because I don't want people thinking that they haven't been that they haven't gotten their money's worth of content. So I will be posting a minimum of 2 videos per. I mean, two trade ideas per week. What that ensures is I stay on top of my game, and I am also, um, without spamming trade ideas, because you don't want to spam trade ideas, because that's when you become a trader that has to trade all the time, and you never want to say I want to trade X amount every day, because then that's when you start seeing setups in the market that aren't really there. So I don't want to do that, and I don't want to say, okay, I'm going to post 10 setups a week, right? So that's why the number is so low. It's only 2 setups a week. Um, but the 2 setups I think is very doable, and I can get that done, and I can make sure that everyone is still benefiting, and we're all making money at the same time. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. The minimum of 2 setups per week. Um, yeah, I'm stuffing that debate. Anyway, that's besides the point. Um, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. From now on, I'm going to be doing 2 trade setups a week, and I'm going to be doing a minimum of 2 calls a week. I'm also going to be accepting more feedback. So basically, someone came up with the idea that a certain amount of people in the group chat all look at a pair. So let's say 5 people look at GJ, another 5 people look at GU, another 5 people look at EU, another 5 people look at gold. Or we have less than that. We don't need more than 5 people. I'd say 3 people is enough per pair, like for each pair, right? So I might start doing that. That's another thing that I have in mind. So I'm going to be going through that. That's another thing that's going to be happening and coming soon to the group chat very, very soon. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. What I'll be doing is I'll be posting more on the motivation section of the group chat as well, to make sure that we're all staying on top of things. The content section will see a glow up as well. So what I'll be doing is I'll be changing the titles of all the videos, instead of it being like a date. So normally you can see Zoom call 29th of whatever, Zoom call the 1st of whatever. So what I'll be doing is I'll be changing it to the topic that I talk about in the Zoom call. So say I do a trade breakdown. So in this video I do GU trade breakdown. I call it GU trade breakdown plus Wyckoff education if I talk about Wyckoff. Right. So that's going to be another thing that I change in the future. Um, but yeah, that's something to look forward to as well. Um, yeah, but that's all for the time being. That's all I really wanted to say. If anyone has any questions or anything that they want me to change, please do let me know. I do appreciate all the feedback and all the positive feedback I'm getting, and also the constructive criticism, because it makes sure I stay on top of my game, and it makes sure that the group is always improving, and that we are all able to grow as a team and become better traders. So yeah, if you have any feedback, please do let me know. Unmuting is fine. You could also let me know in chat. If anyone has any topics that they want me to go through in terms of education wise, I can also go through that, because this is a 30-minute call. We do have a good amount of time left. That announcement didn't take too much time. So basically, the two main points of today's announcement is we are going to be making a minimum of 2 calls per week. Also, we're going to be posting a minimum of 2 trade ideas per week. So last week, if I show you a watch list in the week, right, and I show you, we posted 2 trade setups with both GU and gold. We posted GPCHF. That was profitable in the short term. So you can see if I show you GPCHF, If I show you where has it gone, here we go. This was it coming into our weekly POY, sold off from that weekly POY. I expected it to retrace, it retraced, filled that imbalance a bit, and now it's coming back to go lower, right? It formed a low 4 hour POY, 4 hour area of structure. The market was going to that 4 hour area of structure before I wanted it to sell off. So these were my two areas that I was watching. As you can see, that 4 hour POY, and then up here, that was another lower time frame POY. Um, and then what we had was our entries. This was our entry. You can see that before. This is where I expected the potential UTAD to be and the potential last point of supply. As you can see, what ended up happening is the market did exactly what I said. Came to our UTAD, sold off for like 20 pips. So if any of you entered that, free money, that's 20 pips right there. Then what I ended up doing is it ended up retracing. I wanted it to come to my zone here and then sell off some more. It didn't end up doing that. It ended up forming our UTAD, retracing and then selling off some more, but then just coming back and breaking me, taking me at break even. So that was GPCHF. I can show you the chart now what it looks like for GPCHF. I haven't actually looked at GPCHF since I took that trade, but yeah, it did exactly what I didn't want it to do. It took me out and then went lower. But what I see now is it's reacted to an order block and formed equal highs. You can see at this level right here, it's formed equal highs. So perhaps it might be saying it might be looking to take out those equal highs. So that's another trading opportunity that we could be looking at for the future. Let's see on the lower time frames, perhaps if there were equal highs forming. You can see that there was this area of equal highs here, that the market took out. So that area of double top right there. So if I show you that area right there, right? So that's another thing that we could be watching. GPCHF shorts just before. Longs to take out the equal highs. So if I just get out of replay mode, we go to our higher time frames again. Um, it could just come take out those equal highs again, add that weekly reaction to the OB, and then go lower. So it did what I wanted it to do, but it just didn't do it at the times that I wanted it to do it. So it's probably gonna go lower, come to our imbalance. So sells on GPCHF are still valid. Our what do you call it? Our our entries were just wrong. So Emily, Benita Patel, much appreciated, Mahad. Look forward to improving my trading with your help. Yeah, I look forward to helping all of you guys. That's my job. That's what I do. Anyway, for all of the new members, I don't know if I told you this. This is the first mention of this for the new members, but I dropped out of school to focus on trading. Trading is my number one focus at the moment, and it has been going amazingly. I am up almost 60 R for the month on my account. I'm going to be making a MyFX book very, very soon, and I'm going to be flaunting that on the YouTube channel just to show everyone, that I'm legit, because there are some people that scam. And if you look at my Instagram story, I don't want to share screen just in case I'm logged in on my personal Instagram, but you can see that I posted someone that was scammed by another person pretending to be me, right? So I am going to be doing that my effects book just to make sure that everyone knows that I'm legit. So yeah, that's something that you have to look forward to as well, so you can see my profits and my percentage gains and all of that good stuff. But Emily, what we went through was, from now on, I'm going to be doing a minimum of 2 calls per week, and I'm going to be posting a minimum of 2 setups a week, and that's a minimum. That's my baseline. I'm probably going to do more some weeks, but that's the minimum. So I can't go any lower. So 2 trades a week, 2 videos a week. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, it could be more, but nothing less. Um, One asks, please, can you go through GU one more time because I missed it. Of course, I can go through GPUSD. Let me go through GPUSD. Let me get the chart up. So here we go. Where is it? Do I have it? Here we go. Yeah, it's on my watch list. Um, okay. This was GU. This is a trade that we took. What I can do is for you, I can delete everything off the chart and I can go through it from our higher time frame all the way down to our lowest of time frames. I think I refined all the way down to the 1 minute time frame for this setup. But here we go. This was my area of structure that I was watching, my supply zone. As you can see, the market came into my supply zone, did exactly what I wanted it to do, and began to sell off, right? We caught multiple sells on GU while it was going down. This is like a 500 pip move, I think, a 560 pip move. We caught some sells down for like 100 pips at a time. So yeah, that did. I love you too, Suega. Yeah, there you go. I said it. But basically, this is our supply zone that I was watching. The market came into our supply zone and began to sell off. The market then started to retrace, and I was looking for the market to sell off nicely after that retrace, right? So if you go into the lower time frames after that, and I go into something like the 4 hour time frame, um, you can see that there was a very clear 4 hour order block. Here was the 4 hour order block. You can see it. Here we go. If I zoom in for us, this was the 4 hour order block, right? The 4 hour, this was the 4 hour order block. The market came into the 4 hour order block and sold off, right? When the market came into our 4 hour order block, we saw entries on the 1 minute time frame. So if I show you, when we go to the 1 minute time frame, these were my entries, and I will share my Discord screen and I'll show you why I took those entries. But basically, we had equal highs at this level right here. Here we go. Uh, those were my equal highs, right? The market took out those equal highs to the upside and then sold off nicely. This was where I got my entry. So what I did was I got my entry right here. Stop loss just went right above there, right? And I was targeting structure all the way down here. So I'm gonna have to go into my higher time frames to show my take profit. But I was targeting a higher time frame structure all the way down here as a minimum. Why was I targeting there? I was targeting there because we had equal lows at that level, right? So those were the equal lows, and I was expecting for the market to from here, right, my area up here, to sell off and go to my equal lows. So I mean, yeah, equal lows. That's what I meant, right? So this was the trade setup. I am still running in profit. I opened this on my own personal account. I'm running in profit. I'm up a good amount, but I'm not going to close this trade just yet because I do think that there is still potential for it to continue dropping, and even potentially come take out these higher time frame equal lows, as you can see, because we do have some equal lows here, right, that the market could go to. So that's another area of take profit that you could potentially take the market to. But yeah, those are the two levels that I'm watching. This level here is a first potential take profit, and this level here as a second potential take profit. The third potential take profit is all the way down here because we do have a demand zone, a 4 hour demand zone, right here. You mean a lot to me as well, Subeda. But anyway, here we go. This is the 4 hour demand zone that the market I was expecting to go through. The market came to my, I'm expecting the market to come into my demand zone and then continue going to the upside. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm expecting for GU, and that's how I'm going to be potentially entering trades on GU. By the way, guys, I'm trying to get my girl to learn trading. So quick shout out to Sabeda. She's in the first. She's her first call as well. So she didn't pay because she's obviously a girl in it. But I'm trying to get her to learn how to trade. So shout out to her. She's in the call. But yeah, that's a quick. She's texting me and trying to annoy me. But basically, that's besides the point. That's GU, a little sell side setup that I'm hoping to take to the downside to these levels of equal lows right here, and then finally to the levels down here, right? So those are the two levels that I'm watching here, here, and here. Those are all areas of structure that I'm expecting the market to go to and to potentially maybe reverse from. But I'm gonna secure. Obviously, I'm going to be securing partials as we go on. So maybe I'd secure partials at levels like this that the market could potentially react to and put you into an area of consolidation, right? Areas like this, right? Areas like yeah, those are the two. Maybe I'll definitely secure some partials at those two levels because they are very nice areas of structure to take the market low from, right? So yeah, that those are the two areas of structure that I'm watching. But yeah, that's GU. The person that wanted me to go through that, who was that? Let me just take a look. Um, Juan, I think I'm saying your name right. Etuk said that he wanted me to go through GU. But yeah, there you go. That was GU. Very simple, very clean setup. If I show you the Discord screen, as I said, I would show you. Here we go. We go on to how I played this out. Here we go. This is exactly what I was going through now. Came to my 4 hour POI. I was expecting it to sell off. It took out liquidity at those equal highs. I expected it to come take out liquidity here at these equal lows here, and then finally these equal lows here. And there's also a 4 hour demand zone that I could go to. That was the higher time frame like view. Then we had these equal highs form. I was expecting the market to take out those equal highs and then sell off nicely, right? So that's exactly what the market did. It took out the equal highs to the upside, broke structure to the upside, stopping out every retail trader, and then coming back. I mean, that's a stretch, but there are some, like most retail traders, and then starting to sell off. The market then started to sell off. I don't have a screenshot of that, but I can show you the live chart for that. As you can see, it did exactly what we wanted it to do: take out the equal highs and then sell off for 150 pips. I held the trade. I am in a bit of consolidation now, as you can see, and I hold it until Friday. I'm expecting it now to continue selling off just because we have come into that 0.618 zone of the Fibonacci. So I'm expecting it to continue to sell off now. But yeah, that's that, and that's how I'm expecting for um, a GU to play out. No problem, Juan. Does anyone have any other questions, any other setups that they want me to go through? If not, I'm completely fine to end the call and have another call another time. But if anyone has any other questions, the new members in the group chat, if you have any other questions, let me know. I will of course answer them. Jeffrey, Benita, who else? Juan, I think also you. If you have any questions, let me know. I will of course answer them. Um, and if you want to ask me in private, of course you can do that. Benita asks, sorry, man, did you do gold? I might have missed it. Of course, I can go through gold. Here we go. Gold. This was my trade on gold. Let me replay the market for you. This is how I entered gold. So this is what we had for gold. What we had the market do for gold is, if I look at our higher time frame point of view, you can see that we are forming lower lows and lower highs on every time frame, right? You can see that there's a high, a lower high, a lower high, and a lower high again, right? So the market is forming lower lows and lower highs. The market then comes into a 4-hour POY up here, 4-hour supply zone, right? Comes into the supply zone, and we're expecting it to begin to sell off from that supply zone, right? But then what the market did was it tapped the supply zone and formed equal highs at the supply zone, right? You can see that you had this little area of resistance to the market form the area of resistance, right? Um, and then took out the area of resistance to the upside, right? Then what we had the market do is start to sell off. This is exactly what I did. I entered my sell here with the stop loss up here, right? If I just show you, right? Stop loss just above that high, right? And I was targeting here. I was targeting up till here. So if I show you, this was my these were my targets. You can see there was an area of imbalance. I took out profits for a 1 to 17 setup, very clean setup. You can see I have the screenshots on Discord as well. If I show you on Discord, you can see this is my 4-hour POY. I did have the take profit all the way below here, but I ended up refining that later on. But you can see I had that imbalance drawn out, and the market ended up doing what I said it would do. If I go back to the chart, yeah, that was gold. Very simple setup. Benita, is that fine? I hope that's fine. That was gold. I took it at the beginning of last week, and I closed it near the end of this week. So yeah, that was a very nice setup as well. Thank you all for coming. It looks like I think I've answered all of the questions. If you have any other questions, Trade Talk is open. Trade ideas are open. You know, my private DMs are also open. If you want to ask me any personal questions, of course, I'm here for you as well. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I'll see you all either tomorrow or the day after, but I will, of course, let you know a day in advance. Thank you all for coming. I think I've already said that like 3 times. But thank you all for coming, and I'll see you all soon. Bye. Let me first of all stop recording.